YouTube, it's me, Nadeem, Baig, reporting for Truth Revealed Network. This is our debut video, so I just want to thank all my supporters and everybody that's tuned in right now. It's taken a lot of work to get here, but here we are now. And so I would like to extend my offer in subscribing to my channel for the latest updates and so forth. And I really do appreciate everybody that's giving a little bit of time of their day just to listen to this topic that we're covering today. Today is Wednesday, the 21st of July, 2021, and covering a day after Jeff Bezos and his crew go to space. Well, technically not necessarily space, but outer orbits and the Kármán line. And so just to cover a little bit about this story here, he was aboard the New Shepard rocket, which was named by his space company Blue Origin. And as it is, they've been working on this for quite some time, apparently. Spent I think about approximately just over $5 billion of his own personal funds, if I can say that. But yeah, so he pretty much is he's blasting off, guys. He's going he's going to outer space, and maybe he's gonna take the rest of the billionaire elite with him. Who knows? Maybe they'll actually leave us this world in peace. That's a joke. But anyways, let's see a little bit about this story here. So it was approximately about a 10-minute flight that went in upper orbits of the Earth's atmosphere, the Kármán line, better known as. Just pretty much the line right before you reach the edge of our edge of space, I would say. So approximately about 60 miles over the Earth, 10-minute flight. You guys do the math. That's about 600 miles per hour, just about. On board the flight was his brother Mark Bezos, along with a senior tenured pilot and aeronautical instructor, Wally Funk. Also on board Oliver Damon, who was the youngest ever person to be in zero gravity. So just in terms of everything that kind of went down yesterday, they've been kind of going about this for a while now, and he isn't the first person to ever get into space, and we kind of all know that. Actually, Richard Branson became the first person to ride into a space about 9 days before Jeff Bezos reached his feet. No pun intended. But yeah, he was pretty much one of the first people to reach space aboard his own rocket, which he did help fund as well. So, a lot of things about this here. People have been dealing with a lot more heavy gravity subjects lately, if I may say. So, being that, people are taking their finances and trying to find a way to reach the upper atmospheres and find ways to get into other places in this solar system of ours. There's a lot of issues that we still need to resolve here on Earth, I would say. But again, this is nonetheless a pretty commendable task to achieve, and it was a pretty interesting thing to watch, to be quite honest, and to see the New Shepard boosters come back and land autonomous back down to Earth as the capsule was slowly descending back. But this is one of those things that a lot of people have hoped of in their lives as they've been growing up, and for somebody to just go ahead and put something together and actually make it happen, hats off to them, you know what I mean? Again, Wally Funk, 82 years old. She became the oldest person to ever fly into space or upper atmosphere, that is. Excuse me. She actually has been, behind a lot of other projects over 60 years or so, with the NASA team and other teams across the world. She definitely deserved this right, and hey, it's a pretty cool thing, I would say. Now, upon the actual arrival of the crew back to Earth, Bezos was noted as making the statement that the atmosphere is so gigantic, but when you get above it, what you see is it's actually incredibly thin. It's this tiny, little fragile thing, and as we move about the planet, we're damaging it, he says. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I don't know if, blasting rockets into space is fixing the problem or anything like that, but we certainly know that we have a lot of we've got a long way to go. Let's just say that. And for him to try to, I guess, make the idea of space travel being something that could be compared to commercial airline travel, it seems rather far-fetched, but, if that's what their intent is behind this, then who knows, folks? People may be going to the moon sooner than they ever thought. But, there's a lot of issues even with that type of concept, if I may say. But, nonetheless, we have a lot of people that have feelings about this, and rightfully so. I would say, people that have been kind of making, their voices heard about this. Bernie Sanders actually put a tweet out about a week or so ago saying, here on Earth, in the richest country on the planet, half our people live paycheck to paycheck. People are struggling to feed themselves, struggling to see a doctor, but hey, the richest guys in the world are off in outer space. Yes, it's time to tax the billionaires. I completely agree with that, sir. And, when we have a lot of people, again, dealing with, these I guess, the qualms that we're dealing with from day to day, no matter where you are in this world, it just seems like money spent for luxury and joyrides and such, it just doesn't seem like it's actually helping any of the problems here. So, I'm going to cover a little bit more about this story, because, in the midst of all the things that have been happening with Amazon in terms of how they've been treating workers and how everybody has been, actually dealing with the backlash of this this thing that we've been dealing with these past year or so. Bezos went ahead on to thank, this is a quote, by the way, thank every Amazon employee and every customer because you guys paid for all of this. So, seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much. It's very appreciated. So, again, here we are. We gave a gift, and it's quite interesting that we've come to the point where now we're all pretty much just trying to make ends meet day to day, and we've got billionaires putting their money towards blasting off in outer space. So that's something to consider a little bit, in this situation. Another funny thing to note, if I may, well, the New Shepard being that the name of the rocket, and the the rocket itself, the shape and design was brought to some speculation. Actually, rather ironic, I would say, to the Dr. Evil space missile, which I'll bring up for you all so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's kind of drawn some similar comparisons, I would say. But in terms of actually, the rocket itself and the capabilities that it had, it was quite amazing, I would say. So I will say that on record that it was a pretty well done project. Now let's try to focus on some other things that we could probably try to solve here, back on Earth. With all that being said, I didn't want to keep this too long, but I just still want to cover that, just in terms of where our advancements are now, and it's kind of a giant leap for Bezos, and hopefully a bigger leap for all of us in terms of trying to fix the real problems here. So with that being said, we'll kind of further delve into that at some other time. But I did want to also bring out the point that Jeff Bezos has pretty much made sure that his drive or his goal for this is for space exploration, and which he believes is moving heavy industry to space and keeping the Earth residents and light industry here. He did go on record saying, we need to build this road to space so that future generations can take all heavy industry and polluting industry on Earth and move it up into space, so that we can keep this gem of a planet as it is, instead of ruining it, which unfortunately we might do, he says. Well, I mean, not to go on off tangent here, but Amazon has been doing quite a job in cleaning up the world, I would say, and that's a joke, by the way. If anything could be said, there's a lot of issues with that company that could be pointed out, but again, not to throw shade on the accomplishment of his Blue Origin team. They did a great job, I would say, but let's maybe shift gears in terms of trying to focus on some things here that we could probably resolve. Certainly over $5 billion would probably help a lot of different things, different efforts and donations and such, or different funds that could be allotted into some areas that probably need help. So I do want to thank everybody for joining again. And again, this is me, Nadeem Baig, and I was just rather intrigued to find some information about this. And obviously seeing it was one thing, but, more so kind of looking at the bigger picture of things. Now, they did also, to note, bring up there one of the pieces of canvas from the original Wright brothers flyer, which was a plane that the Wright brothers flew, and they also did bring a bronze medallion that was made of the first hot air balloon flight in 1783, which was the first time man ever, as they say, left the Earth in controlled flight. So we were very thrilled to bring both of these along with us, and they did state that they did bring those items back to Earth with them. So thank you for not polluting the outer orbits any further. So I think what was done was something that we can all probably say this is quite an achievement or a task. As far as I know, it's for Seek to be on this shuttle. For one of their missions in the future is probably going to cost about $28 million for a ticket. So, you guys start saving now, and who knows? maybe you'll be on the next one up there. But again, I digress, and I do want to say that these things that we're doing now, it could be self-indulged, it could be self-motivated, self-driven, whatever you want to call it. As we are going closer into an age of technology taking over and working on different advancements and such, this is it's a pretty big move, I would say. But again, I think we can work a lot more on things that are readily in attention need be right now. And here we are, billionaires blasting off into space. Kind of it's no longer a space race between countries. It seems almost as you got the biggest bank, you can kind of get up there. Sorry, Elon. But we have a few more things that we'll probably be covering in the next few days. Again, this was just one of the things that kind of jumped out at me in the recent news. And, here we are as Americans that have been dealing with this situation. I'm just going to leave it at that. In the past couple of years. And this is the one thing that's on this man's mind, is to go to outer space. So I might signal off a few things there for some of y'all out there. So with any event, I would like to say thank you once again. Please make sure you stay tuned. I got some more news on the way. Again, this is Truth Revealed Network, and this is our debut presentation that we're doing here. So, please support me in terms of, subscribing, liking, sharing, and I'll keep you up to date with more as comes. And have a wonderful day. God bless you all, and always stay true.